A year ago, the world was waiting to see if Vladimir Putin really would order the invasion of Ukraine. Today, the wait is to see if the Russian president will unleash yet another round of massive strikes to punctuate that anniversary. And Ukraine's allies are gathering round. In Paris, the Eiffel Tower is dressed in blue and yellow. There will be a life after this war, said the Paris mayor, Anne Hidalgo, because Ukraine will win. Down the road in Brussels, the NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg was talking about two worlds, the before and the after February 24th.
If President Putin and Russia stops fighting, then the war will end. We will have peace. If President Zelensky and Ukraine stops fighting, then Ukraine will cease to exist as a sovereign independent nation. So this is not two equal parties. It's an aggressor and a victim of aggression.
And here in Ukraine, people are taking stock, still coming to terms with loss and hardship and the knowledge they're about to start a second year of war. Some are more optimistic than others. We're still fighting, says Anastasia Vasilenko. Ukrainians will be free.
Доброго дня.
The Deputy Defense Minister, Hanomansing, held a briefing to declare Ukraine's top 10 victories of the past year, from repulsing Russian tanks near Kyiv to sinking Russia's Moskva battleship. But on the hard battlefronts in the south and east, there is a different kind of reckoning. In Bakhmut, Ukrainian soldiers are still hanging on to the city, now a moonscape of destruction, despite predictions that it would fall long before now. We don't need big losses, says a tank unit commander named Dennis. People are our main resources. As long as we don't sacrifice too many resources, we will hold on out here. Asked if things will get worse, he says the worst has already happened. Margaret Evans, CBC News, Kharkiv.
It's impossible to capture the full scale of the war so far, but Ukraine has been changed maybe forever. A warning, when you truly look at this war, there are things you can't unsee. The violence of the first days and weeks sparked panic. Millions fled for safety, packing trains right out of the country.
When I go sleep, I don't know if I wake up or no.
The entire nation was a target, homes, lives taken senselessly.
I hope that in this moment my wife in heaven and everything was perfect in her life.
But as Putin's blitz on Kyiv stalled and sputtered, the world marveled at Ukraine's resilience and resistance. Civilians in the crossfire running for their lives across the Irpin River, as Russia just kept on shelling. Families were torn apart, wives and little kids forced from husbands and fathers. But after Russia's retreat from the north, the world saw its full cruelty. Bucha. Bodies lay where they were gunned down, buried in mass graves. Hundreds of people. And the war was just beginning. Horror heaped on horror. Other shallow graves. Now the ferocity all along the front, a refusal to retreat, a year of anguish forged into a hard point aimed at the enemy.